Standing by. Standing by. All right. We are waiting for the next match, the A grade match between the Defence and Wanderers. That will be coming up, and also welcome to the Saturday 22nd of July 2023 Pepsi Capital Rugby Union, the home of Rugby Union, and this Saturday round 15 as both teams lined up in the A grade. Defence and Wanderers are now making their way out of the tunnel. From the tunnel, here they come, the Defence led by their captain, and also one rush team, and both A grade again will be observing a minute silence or so for the Defence. The two brothers again, they're dead that passed on, the young Sionis again, that will be having a minute silence for Defence, and again we'll have a 1 minute silence before the kickoff between Defence and Wanderers in the A grade match here at Balboa Park. So as soon as they're ready, we go for 1 minute silence, as they've alluded to from the match officials and giving us the heads up. And again, Pepsi Capital Rugby Union, once again, round 15, Saturday 22nd July 2023 at Balboa Park, the home of Rugby Union. Again, big thank you to the sponsors again: Pepsi, Morning Plus, Stop and Shop CPL, Total Waste Management Group, AES, Keynote, TR7S, Kinect, Brian Bell, SP Brewery, and Love Consultants. So we have a minute silence now for these two young defence players that played in their dead passes on, late Sioni. Again, so a minute silence for the defence players, the two brothers played for Defence, Kevin and his other brother again. So a minute silence. So we're observing the minute silence of two Defence players that their dead pass has on, and they're just giving a 1 minute silence. The two players that playing for the Defence Rugby Union Club in the A grade. That's a minute silence. It's observed now at Balboa Park, the home of Rugby Union. So 1 minute's up, minute silence up. So the both teams now already play. Defence will be running from right to left, and Wanderers from left to right as they face down towards Tarama, and Defence will run back towards Amini Park and back to the barracks. So Defence will kick off, and Boino will kick off for Defence, as signaled by match referee Pedro Pilori. And the kick-off now underway. Wanderers receiving the ball and having a hit up. First press of the ball, back of the ruck. Wanderers out of the 22, they kick out into 45 towards the 40. Defence regathers it. Defence now makes a break downfield on the open blind side as they work their way. The cruise kick across straight into the hands of Wanderers fullback. The return kick inside is 22 on the halfway. Defence regathers the ball from the return kick from Wanderers into ruck. Good clearance from the ruck area. They work their way out and they come up straight to the ruck again. Defence now up from Boino, and then from again Suang, and a cross ball coming out. Penalty to Defence. So line on the ruck, line on the player, not getting out or rolling away. Penalty to Defence. Defense will kick for touch for the penalty. 45 meters inside Wanderers territory. 10 in from touch on the grandstand side of the Bow Park. So defense kick for touch, go for line out. Defense line out throw. First line out for defense. Wanderers Regattas the line out throw. An intercept by defense right on 22 meters. Defense now back their way back towards the 22 again. Good run from defense from the halfback. A backdoor pass coming to Suang. Suang short pass out. Been tapped off from Wanderers, but defense gets the advantage. Play here. Defense now in position. Suang comes back in. He runs by himself through the 22. And they get a long arm penalty from the advantage. Earlier that Wanderers did a touch of the ball, so defense got the advantage there. They get a tap, work their way back towards the 22. Rock area now. They lost it forward. They go for a penalty to defense again. For the infringement for Wanderers. So line on, not rolling away. Exactly from the 22. Defense goes for a penalty shot at goal. They're about 15 meters in 22, inside the 22. They're going for penalty shot with 3 points for defense. We'll wait for the penalty conversion kick. Still 0-0, defense 0, Wanderers 0. The A grade match with this earlier, the under 23 or B grade defense won that match against Wanderers. And penalty conversion kick successful for defense. Defense early leaders 3 points to Wanderers yet to score. Wanderers to restart the halfway. A grade match of the Pepsi Cup Capital Rugby Union. Wanderers return kick from the halfway restart. Defense now in possession. Kicked out from the 22 by Bueno. Races it down straight out into touchline. Wanderers will have a quick throw in and no marker here, but again Caves in. Defense almost intercept that. Well, defense now in possession. They lost it back, so we'll have a scrum down in the first knock on. Opportunity for defense again. They got numbers, about 4 or 5 players on the left edge, and opportunity is just hands that ball, they'll go through, but defense knocked it forward inside the 22, about 15 meters in, 22 in from touch on the eastern stand, and got a scrum down for Wanderers. Lose it feed 3-0 to defense, leading on a penalty shot at goal. Penalty kick earlier. Scrum down for Wanderers. Lose it feed 15 meters in or out of the 22. They worked it out, they kicked it downfield. Defense Regattas it, and defense now across the 45 of the pass back inside in field of play. Defense now Regattas towards the halfway. Come back, pick up there from a defense prop. Made his way, a good run from him. That's what clean it up, back of the ruck. Come out, short ball to Bueno. Short pass across. One of the forwards, defense in position. Bueno gets it out, short kick from the 45 into 40 meters and bounces off. Wanderers knocked it forward after the fullback lost his foot in from the 22. And he knocked on the ball, trying to get at the ball. And defense have the advantage with a scrum down on the 22. And a feed, lose it feed. 3-0 defense leading. Wanderers yet to score. A scrum to a pack down. This is the A grade match of round 15. It's the last round for the season 2023 as we wait for the next three weekends. Will be the final series, the knockouts, preliminary finals, and then the semi-finals, and before we proceed to the grand final. And don't forget the grand final of the Pepsi Cup Capital Rugby Union will be played down at the Santos National Football Stadium. That's where the grand final will be played, and the 2 weekends of finals will be played here at Bauer Park. That's for your information. Wanderers getting the penalty kick from the scrum infringement from defence. A kick for touch. So Wanderers will go for a line-out throw about 35 meters in the Wanderers territory as they work their way for a line-out. 3-0 defence leading. Wanderers yet to score. Again, thank you again. Got the official team sheet from our young boys down at the official tent. Thank you so much. Bringing up the team sheet again. Well, we have defense and Wanderers team sheet. Wanderers having all the first names, and except for one reserve player, number 16, has the full name. So Wanderers, I think, no surnames here. Defense, all the surnames, first and second name, so that's good. So Wanderers kick out from the 45 into defense, goes into touch, and I think offside here from 45 meters from defense. Wanderers gets a long arm penalty, and after the kick for touch, Wanderers gets a long arm penalty for the offside from defense. So Wanderers no points at the moment. Defense leading on 3 points from the penalty conversion kick. So Wanderers will get a long arm penalty kick where the Wanderers players injured. It's Otto, that's his name, Otto. There's no surname on this Wanderers team sheets except for the reserve number 16, Alan Kapanis. The rest of the reserve players have the first names only written. So that's the team sheet for today. We look at defense. At number 1 prop is Patrick K. Lamboku. The wing, the hooker is Leroy Sikwalita. Props, the tight end Sinclair Yalkiti. Second row is Max Mondia and William Alvin, vice captain. Flankers 6, Stanley Moe and Trevor Bungawa. And the lock forward is Freddie Pasa. And scrum half Joshua Taurega and Cyril Bueno, the 5'8", Emmanuel Grewa. Wings and Matthew Rakatani. Center is Robin Swang, 12. Outside center Morgan Mala. Fullback is Lasu Pasingan, is the captain. Reserves Makiroa Samoa, Demas Kenny, Tennyson Hapa, Samson Masa, Clement Kua, Benjamin Karingi, Kowian Pele, and Andrew Thung. The Wanderers now work their way back from the fullback as Douglas makes his way for a Jesse tackle here from defense. Wanderers gets a long arm penalty about 19 meters, 20 meters out, 10 in from touch. Wanderers kick for touch, nil, defense 3 from the penalty conversion kick. The Wanderers gets the kick for touch, they go for line out, 3-0, defense leading. Wanderers will set for the line out, still yet to set, making the way to set up now. A-grade match in the round 15 of the Pepsi Cup Capital Rugby Union at the home of Rugby Union Bauer Park. Wherever you are watching the live stream, joining us earlier, or a while ago, thank you for your pleasant company. Wondrous line out throw from Elliot, and came out from the line out. Here comes the second row, Otto. Goes down, short ball back to the lock forward, Aini. Aini crested up and get it out now. Scrum half is Sani. Yeah. As Wondrous in possession. Sani comes back, short ball back to Otto. Otto's wicket is put down on the deck, back of the rock area, and Aini will get it. Aini short ball back to his tight head prop Elliot, and Elliot gets in, crested down, comes out now, short ball. They work their way out through now. The Wanderers almost got a gap here, and they work their way back inside, almost to cover defense, coming in for defense, leading by 3 points to nil. Defense gets a long arm for holding down the ball, releasing. Defense option, the Wanderers penalized for infringement. So we've got to play it down. Official running in to attend to him. Time off. 3 points to nil. Defense leading the A-grade match of the Pepsi Cup Capital Rugby in round 15. It is the last round for this Saturday and Sunday. Tomorrow we'll see matches again, as we've seen. The next match coming up after the A-grade will be the women's division. Check to see which two women's division will be playing, and then the first A-grade, and then the second A-grade, first Premier Grade rather, and second Premier Grade for the round 15 to wind it off. Saturday's Oval 1 matches at the Bahu Park. Once again, thank you to Pepsi, the naming rights sponsors of the Capital Rugby Union. Money Plus, the supporting to the Capital Rugby Union clinics and programs, and Stop and Shop CPL, Total Waste Management Group, AES, Keynote, TR7S, Kinact, Brian Bell, SP Brewery, and Ganloff Consultants for your continued support for the Pepsi Cup Capital Rugby Union. Round 15, A-grade match, Defence and Wanderers. Defence will have a line-out throw leading by 3 points to nil. Wanderers yet to score. Defence line-out throw, they work their way in, and Wanderers will get that line-out throw win, and Wanderers in possession, and comes out for Wanderers. They work their way in the rock area, and short ball from scrum off again, Semming, and comes back inside. They work their way to the blind side into the 22. Wanderers in possession. Defense now defending, penalty to Wanderers for the high tackle from defense. So Wanderers gets a penalty. Wanderers will kick for touch. Scrum off again. Sounding kicking for touch or semi. Wanderers will advance up about 5 meters from out of defense try line, and 5 in from touch. For a line out throw for Wanderers. Opportunity for Wanderers. They get the line out straight, they set up a mole or a rock, they can execute well, they can have the opportunity of a try for them. 3-0 defense leading, Wanderers yet to score. Wanderers line out throw in, comes in from the hooker, Patrick, and he goes in, and Wanderers in still in position with the ball from the rock area. Pick and go from the back of the rock area. They work their way back towards the open side. Still in position, Wanderers pushing back at the back of the rock, and Samming picking up the ball. Wanderers pick and go again towards the open side, about 5 meters out. Wanderers crashing it up again, about 2 meters short from the try line. Opportunity for Wanderers. Work their way back out, pick up and go again towards the open side, pressed it down again, inches short from the try line, and Wanderers again chaining, picks it up, short ball back out, and they work their way out to the center 3/4 now. It's got the numbers, and Wanderers fullback will run in straight and try there from think name is not clear. Darling or Davy, crossing over for Wanderers, 5 points, leading defense on 3. So Wanderers fullback Daly scoring the try for Wanderers. So Wanderers leading on 5 points, defense on 3, trailing. The first half of the Pepsi Cup Capital Rugby Union here at Bauer Park. So Wanderers finally get across the try line for their first 5-pointer, leading by 5, defense on 3. Conversion kick to come from George, which George conversion kick is about 10 in from touch. 23 meters in, gets it up, right, conversion unsuccessful. Score remains Wanderers on 5, leading defense on 3. So Wanderers missing the conversion kick from George. It's waved away. So we got time of match referee checking one of the defense players. He's okay. He's just limping from his knee. He's okay. He'll play. So we're gonna restart the halfway, and restart will be taken there from defense. Joshua Tareka kicks downfield, and Wanderers will get us about 40 meters out. Wanderers now at the back, comes in the kick for touch. Wanderers find touch. Line out, I think it's out on full. Have it back. Kicks out on full. With the line right on 22 to defense, trailing by 3, Wanderers on 5. So Wanderers defense now, line of throw, Leroy Sequalita. Leroy Sequalita throws it in, we get us the ball from defense. Defense now work the way in, scrum off again, gets it out again for defense, Joshua, and then comes in Swang. Swang goes in straight. Robin Swang, they work their way back out, defensive position inside the 22. Tareka comes out, finds his prop again, and it's Leroy comes out. Bueno crosses up, dummies held onto the ball. You have Joshua Tareka comes out, shot ball, finds his second row. William Alvin out, Tareka, shot ball out, again finds Boyle again, gets it out, pressing it up again, shot ball about 15 meters in, or out of the Wanderers try line, 3 points to 5, Wanderers leading. Boyle comes up, the shot ball back up, the pass back up, defense lost it forward, or knocked it back, then we get her. It goes up again. Defense making its way back in possession. Tareka will get it out of the rock here. Francis David comes up again. Bueno dummy, shot ball back inside. Almost a knock on here. Yeah, it's play on. Wanderers 9 possession. 10 over of play the ball against 2 Wanderers. And Wanderers. And Sammy at the back. Out from the full the center 3/4, kicks it straight to again young Rakatani, kicks it down straight, and it's driven down again. We got a player will hit up on the air. That's young Matthew Rakatani. Again was hit up in the end, goes down. So match referee is checking the touch for it. Last hit from Matthew Rakatani. The defense gets the penalty for obstructing, I think, the play up in the air and in contest while up in the air and off his feet from the ground. So Matthew Rakatani gets the penalty for his team defense. So Wanderers losing that and kept the ball there from Taurega. They worked their way out, defense now in possession towards the right edge. Again, 15 meters in, Taurega. Short ball, and come back for a knock on for defense. All right, in maybe the forwards that took it in, they lost it forward after Taurega was picking up the ball from the ruck. So defense will scrum it down, lose that feed for Wanderers. 5-3. Wanderers leading, defense 3. A great match of the Pepsi Cup Capital Rugby Union. Scrum to a back down for Wanderers. And Wanderers fitted in there by Semi. Semi fits in. Lock forward, gets it out. Aini kicks out straight. He gets the ball by defense now. And Emmanuel Grewa, he gets it. Taurega gets it out. Short ball. They come out to the open side. 45 meters on. They hold on inside the Wanderers territory. 5 points to 3. Wanderers leading. Defense trailing on 3. Penalty to Wanderers for not releasing the ball carrier. A penalty to Wanderers right on the 45. Wanderers will kick for touch by Semi. Semi finds touch for Wanderers. Wanderers leading 5. Defense on 3. Once again, take it to Pepsi Moniplus, Top and Top CBL, Total Waste Management Group, AES, Keynote, TR7S, Kinect, Pepsi, as well as Brian Bell, SP Brewery, and Hebo, and Genlof Consultants. Liner throw for Wanderers. Patrick for liner throw for Wanderers. Wanderers steps in by defense. They regains the ball across the line out. Defense in possession now, and defense stripped off the ball. They knocked it back, picked up there by Wanderers Leslie, and comes out. He finds his center three quarter again. Benji, and now Wanderers in possession right on the halfway. They got numbers at the back. Semi will pick up the ball now. The fullback, the try scorer. Short ball, he works it out. They come back in the second rock area. Comes back now. Pick up the ball. Wanderers. Great run from Wanderers. Semi at the back for Wanderers. They work their way out to the blind side. They held the defense coming in quick forward. Defense cover. And then he lost it there. Again, penalty to Wanderers. On the 45 meters. Wanderers get the penalty inside the territory from the infringement area. So defense will defend while Wanderers will attack from the 45. 5 points to 3. Defense trailing. Wanderers leading. The A-grade match of round 15, and Semi kicks for touch for Wanderers. Go for a line-out throw. Wanderers will get a line-out throw. It's 5 points to 3. A-grade match of the round 15. Pepsi Capital Rugby Union. Pepsi Cup Capital Rugby Union. Wanderers now with the ball. They get out from Semi. Semi short ball. They work their way out to the open side. They missed a pass again. Great pick up from Wanderers fullback again, Daly, and he misses that one. Daly, fortunately, goes into touch. Defense gets a line-out throw right on the 45. And Wanderers to defend. It's 3 points to 5. Wanderers leading. Defense on 3. trailing. Defense gets a line out throw. Makiroa Samoa. It's it in. Wanderers, we get us that ball from Sammy. Sammy short pass to his 5'8" again, picked up the ball. It worked the way back inside to center three-quarter again. And that's Keith. And Keith makes his way up. Around 40 meters in defense territory. Sammy, short ball. They come back inside. Wanderers in possession. 45. Sammy again. Short ball to his lock forward. Aini. And gets it out again. Aini crushed it up. Semi, shot ball back inside. Wanderers still got numbers on their side. Are taken. They get a penalty. Yes, defense in place. Line all around ruck area. Penalizing them for not rolling away. So Wanderers gets a kick. Penalty rather for that kick for touch. The kick for touch right on the 15 meters in. 5 in from touch. They get the line out through for Wanderers, leading by 5 points to defense on 3, trailing. So Wanderers now gets the line out throw from Patrick. Press it up. We want the line out. And line out not in straight from Wanderers. Gaps closed. And line out not in straight. Defense get the option of another line out. And yes, we're going back for another line out. This time defense will have the line out throw of that. 5 points to 3. Wanderers in front. Defense on 3. Wanderers steps it down to Semi. Shot ball back from his scrum half, Nathan. And Nathan comes back inside. He finds Aini. And crossing it up again. The fullback, Daly. And Daly goes in. He lost that ball. Yeah, it's a knock on. Unfortunately for Wanderers. And Daly was going into crash and fortunately lost that ball. He's the try scorer for Wanderers. Knocking on the ball, unfortunately. The defense gets a scrum down. 15 meters in from the 22. 10 in from touch. The defense 3 trailing. Wanderers on 5 leading. In the Pepsi Cup Capital Rugby in round 15. Here at Bauer Park. Oval 1. So wait for scrum down by defense now. Feed in there from Freddie Joshua Taurega. And now they tend around. Wanderers in possession. Semi. Short ball back out. He finds again Nathan. They kicked out. Touches from defense. They kick downfield. So it goes out straight into touch. So it's a knock on here, so we'll bring it back for a scrum down. Lose it, feed for defense again. Inside the 22. And 15 meters in from touch on the western stand of the Bauer Park. The defense. A scrum to be reset. Match referee Pedro Vilori. Defense will have a reset of the scrum. Joshua Taurega feeds in the scrum, feed for defense. Defense now weeks away. The scrum's wheeled around. So the scrum's been messing up. The scrum's wheeled around. So we reset the scrum back. The defense pack isn't to hold on the scrum because the Wanderers just drive through from the scrum feed. They wheeled around again. So they've reset the scrum back. Defense again. Third reset. Fed in by Taurega. Another reset again for defense. 5 points to 3. Defense leading. Rather, Wanderers leading. Defense on 3. 5 points to 3. In the first half of the A-grade match of the Pepsi Cup Capital Rugby Union. Taurega feeds in the ball. Back of the scrum, the wheel around by Wanderers to get a long arm penalty. And Wanderers now quick tap by Sammy. They work their way out now. They got numbers out from Benji. Benji goes in to score. They knocked it forward. So knock on. You gotta have a 5-meter scrum down out of defense try line. Defense will have the scrum feed, loose and scrum feed. So defense goes into the Wanderers, almost scoring, but they knocked on an in goal. So we'll go for a scrum down for Wanderers. Well, it's a defense ball. So defense will have a drop kick where they lost that ball in goal. So we're going to have a line out drop from Wade knocked on. Another scrum, so it's knocked on within the in goal. So Bueno kicks out, fire and touch, drop kick out. We get us the ball from Wanderers, and George gets it up straight, hits it up inside the 22. He's held, tended around in a warm area of Willing, and he's wheeling up. Sammy at the back, picking up the ball, finds his lock forward, and Aini comes up. Aini crushed it up again inside the 22, still going forward. He works his way through. He's about 10 meters away. Sammy, short ball, finds his prop again. Otto, Elliot, gets it up again. They work their way in, 10 meters out. They get a penalty to defense for holding down the ball, not releasing. So Wanderers been penalized for that. Defense quick tap of the ball from Bueno. Bueno comes up. He's come to the blind side. He's got Matthew Rakatani. Rakatani pushes away his defender from the touchline. He works his way, kicks downfield towards the 40, and picked up there by Wanderers fullback and Devil. And Devil gets it up. Short ball back inside. He finds his centre three-quarter, Careful, and penalty to defense for coming from the side of the ruck, not through the gate. The defense will get the penalty. Quick tap of the ball by defense again, and works it out by Cyril. Unfortunately, we call it back. So Taurega will kick for touch. Taurega is giving to his other teammate. They're going to penalty shot at goal for defense to try and get the 3 points to lead by 6-5. That's the score 5-3 at the moment, with Wanderers leading. Defense trailing on 3. So penalty shot at goal, second penalty shot goal of penalty conversion for defense. And good options, good thinking. And then the penalty kick by defense. So Lesu passing gun. 2 minutes away from second half of half time, and passing gun will kick. Passing gun moves, conversion, penalty kick. Successful for defense. So defense now leading by 1 point, 6 points. The conversion, second penalty conversion kick successful. About 45 meters or 40 meters out, 15 in from touch, and conversion successful. Defense on 6, Wanderers on 5. It's 2 minutes before half time remaining. Semi to restart for Wanderers. Comes from the halfway, restarts, kicks it up. Wanderers trying to regatta, taps away from defense, knock forward. Wanderers in possession, advantage to Wanderers. Picked up there by Kathleen. Kathleen gets up, short ball, they worked it up, short ball up, and Leslie gets it forward to Wanderers, and Leslie pushed the ball back. Unfortunately, Leslie knocked them forward by Wanderers. We get Wanderers for the lose it with scrum, brother. They lost it forward. The defense will have the lose it with scrum, about 10 meters out from defense try line. and 10 meters in the 22, 10 in from touch. Defense on 6, leading, Wanderers on 5, trailing. It's a 1-point ball game, almost to half time. Defense leading with the second attempt of the penalty conversion kick, successful, to 6. Wanderers with a try and on 5, trailing. Defense picking up the ball, back of the scrum by the lock forward, Freddie Pasa, and penalty to Wanderers for defense. Pasa didn't think he crushed it up, but he held onto the ball, didn't release. So Wanderers will take the kick for touch or penalty shot at goal. So Wanderers is taking a penalty shot at goal and looking for 3 points to lead at half time. 6 points Wanderers lead, trailing. Defense on 6, Wanderers on 5, trailing. So Wanderers will try to get these 3 points to lead at half time. So Wanderers 5, defense 6. And defense now, Wanderers getting the penalty conversion, and it's successful by the 5'8", Nathan. And Nathan now putting Wanderers in front to 8 points, leading, defense on 6. So it's a 2 points ball game, half time, 8-6 to defense, to Wanderers, and defense on 6. 8-6, Wanderers leading. It's half time, the A grade match of round 15 for the Pepsi Cup Capital Rugby Union. We take a short break and get some ads from our sponsors before we come back for the second half.
what the future holds. You may hold him and walk one time, giving wings to our dream, that it's so on high, so high in the sky. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go. It's our chance to building something new, to see a different point of view. Let's be part of something wonderful. Let him sing down belong all family. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible. We dare to believe. Oh,
Mr. Lonot, Waigani, stop and show, Bami challenge, partner, Lomi Matthias, Lobe Peace Challenge. Embadai, I'm no man.
Mana talk pamba winnie me. I'm no salo push up na sit up, I'm bami winnie me straight.
Narpa lili mangi astet solem kampone, ento umla challenge lo push up so. Anyway, kamu ring na imi lugi. Sa ba win?
I'm no so astet night me training kamoni lo name blame. Na ba mi lugi mo.
We're gonna do the Pepis challenge. One. I think I'm done. What? And the last one.
Lili mangi blase no kon strong rim. Pa budaya.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You may hold him and walk one time, giving wings to our dream. That it's so on high in the sky. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things.
Welcome back to the second half of the A-grade match between Defence and Wanderers. And second half at half-time, score stands at Wanderers on 8, leading. Defence on 6, trailing in the half-time. And both teams on the field now. Wanderers will run right to left and Defence left to right from the Bauer Park again. Once again, welcome if you just joined us on the live stream again on this Saturday, 22nd of July 2023, round 15 A-grade match. And again, as this is the last round of the normal season of the Pepsi Cup Capital Rugby Union. Next weekend and the following 3 weekends will be the final series. We have the preliminary knockouts and semi-finals, and then the grand final. So Wanderers restart from the second half kickoff by Semi. Doesn't find 10 meters in, and defense will get the scrum down, lose it feet from the halfway. Again, Semi's kick from the kickoff second half didn't find the 10 meters that he wanted, so it's given a scrum down, lose it feet for defense. As we see the scores at the moment again, 8-6 in favor of Wanderers, leading defense on 6. 8-6 to Wanderers, defense on 6. Scrum back down right on the halfway. That kick off from Wanderers by Semi. They didn't find 10. So defense will fit in from Joshua Taurega. Then scrums will pick up there from the lock. Freddy Pasa. Pasa makes his way up for defense. Crested up towards the 45 meters and he puts it back. Taurega, short ball to Boino. Boino dummies, comes back inside to the open side. Crested up again. Short ball back inside. Defense from Taurega. Short ball. They get it out again to the open side. They crest it up again. Right on the 45 meters. Boino. Suwang kicks it out straight again. Unfortunately, pass looks bad here from Sawang. Pass, and they lost it forward by defense. So you got to scrum down right on the 45 meters. 5 in from touch, or 10 in from touch for Wanderers. Lose it feed. So Wanderers will have scrum feed. Great wake out for defense again. Good team run towards the backs. Unfortunately, the finish off again for running of the ball from the backs didn't go well for them. They mixed it up with a knock on there. So Wanderers feed in now from Semi. Semi feeds in, pick up from the lock and back to Semi again. Semi shot ball back out. The Wanderers they work their way back inside across the 45. And they pressed it up again almost to the halfway. Semi finds his fullback again, comes Daly. Daly gets it up. Daly spinning around and from the 45 to the halfway. Pushes the ball back and Five to pick it up now from Nathan. Nathan short ball back inside. He finds his Elliott. The tight end prop back to again Nathan. Nathan short ball up. One of his forwards. Pressed it up again. That will be Otto. And Otto's pressed it down. Back again from Semi. Again, Wanderers making inroads here, leading by 8 points to 6. Semi, short ball back inside again. Pick up there from Alan Kapanis. Semi again, short ball finds Kelly. Comes out again, short ball. He's got numbers here, finds Kelly. Kelly comes out. Unfortunately, it's got George, who was the last player that got that ball, was hit out into touchline. We go for a scrum down. Let's lose that feet for defense. It's going into touch, so no, it's not going to be a scrum. It's going to be a line out for Wanderers. Yes, Wanderers line out throw. And tight end prop Elliott will have that line out throw for Wanderers. Right on the 45 meters. 5 in from touch, so not Wanderers. Elliott's not going to throw in, it's going to be defense. And again, Leroy Sequalida. Leroy gets that line out throw in. Defense gets the line out to Wanderers, back down to Semi, down to Semi and Nathan. Nathan again, short ball back inside to find Clean with the ball. Short ball back up and finds his lock forward. Aini pressed it up. Aini goes down. And driven down, pushes the ball back. Semi, short ball to his forward at Elliott. Elliott comes back inside. He finds Mansi. Mansi gets it, short ball. He lost it now to Pasa. And Freddy Pasa finds Taurega. Taurega short ball finds one of his loose forwards. Works his way up. Defensive possession about 45 meters inside Wanderers territory. Semi turns out. Taurega rather comes back inside. And he looks around for support. It spins, comes back to the blind side. And Semi now will pick up from the rock. finds Pasa. Freddy Pasa crossed it up again. Good run from Freddy. Pushes the ball back. Sammy now goes back to the blind side. Finds the prop there. That's Patrick Lamboku. Lamboku crossed it up again. Good run from the Lamboku. Sammy Boino. Boino works it out. Comes back inside. Short ball. They work their way back inside again. Across towards the 22. A full shot down here. And advantage play to defense. And Sammy now will go through. Sammy's pass to the Sawang and Suwang rather. Suwang was short, couldn't add it, but they get the long arm penalty for the high tackle from Wanderers attack. The defense gets the penalty, and opportunity for defense again. Tap from Boino. Boino comes to one of his props there, and that will be Sinclair Yalpiti. And Sinclair goes in, crosses it up. Semi at the back of the ruck. Tarrega to Boino. Boino short ball, works his way back inside. They held on, and one of the forwards now crossing it up for defense. Tarrega at the back play. Boino passes to no one, and Regatta's there by his prop. That's Patrick Lamboku rather. And Patrick Regatta's it. Then comes Freddy Pasa. Pasa crosses it up again. Pasa into the 22 now. Opportunities. Tarrega comes back. Short ball to Boino. Boino dummies held on. Goes in by himself. And he puts down at the deck here. And Tarrega gets it up at the back play. He finds his another loose forward comes in. And been supported. Put down on the deck. And again good clearance coming from Freddy Pasa. Comes out. Finds again his prop again. Lamboku. Misses that one. And he almost lost that ball. So it's a knock-on, yes. It's a knock-on here. Who was the last player that went in? And I think it's a defense wing. It's Matthew, not Matthew. One of the defense, the fullback. Crossed it up and he knocked it on. We got a substitution from Wanderers, number 6 coming on. Well, the substitution is a number 6 jersey. And then coming on, and you have the name, it says Abraham, and number 6 is a substitution. So I think they must have using the same jersey, the same number 6 that played, came off, swap and get the reserve player on, but we couldn't tell which is the reserve player that went on. So defense also have the substitution. We had the flanker off, the Trevor Bungawa comes off. We got a substitution of new player that went on. Alright, I think he's going to go into the blind side flanker for defense. We'll find out his name or his number. Looks like it's Makiro Samoa. So Wanderers now will kick out from Semi. Semi kicks out straight into 45 meters. Defense Regatta's there from Lasu, passing on the captain. And passing on will kick downfield towards the 22 for Wanderers, fullback again. And picked up there by Davey. And Daly kicks it out for Wanderers. It's straight down into defense now from the 22. Defense work their way back up. They kick out from the 22 defense. And they chase it down. And Regatta's there by Wanderers. And Wanderers now by George. George works his way up. George almost through the touch line, but he's gone out into touch. Great run from George. He works his way about 2 meters in from touch, and then suddenly no support. George was held, but defense defending players, and he put him into touch. So line out throw for defense, who are trailing by 6 points, and Wanderers on 8 points leading in the second half of round 15 A-grade match. So defense now will have the line out throw from Sikwalita straight down. Wanderers Regatta's that ball. Comes down and finds again George. George spins around, held onto the ball. Again George been hanging onto the ball. Semi comes out, finds his center three-quarter, and they got Abraham. Unfortunately the pass was forward from Keith, and again after Benji. Short pass back to Keith, it was forward. So we'll scrum down. Defense loses feed 8 points to 6. Wanderers in front, leading 8. Defense on 6. Second half. The A-grade match in round 15. And this is the Pepsi Cup Capital Rugby. And once again, thank you to Pepsi, Money Plus, Stop and Shop, CPL, Total Waste Management Group, AES, Kinot, TR7S, Kinek, Brian Bell, SP Brewery, Hebo, and Genlove Consultants. Defense now feeds in from Tarrega, comes to Freddy Pasa to Boino to Suang. Suang gets it up straight, and Robin Suang crests it up, and ball's been tripped off from Robin Suang, and Wanderers now in possession. So Wanderers, back play comes in, scrum half, Semi. Short ball from Semi, he finds again Leslie cresting it up, Semi again, short ball back into his lock forward Aini cresting it up, line is put down on the deck 45 meters across now, short ball to Delhi, and Delhi has picked up the ball, almost lost it there, the fullback for Wanderers, and he goes down into the deck again. Wanderers will have it on the 45 meters. Semi now comes to the open side, short ball to find Elliot questioning it up, the tight head prop for Wanderers, and the hooker as well. Semi again comes in, short ball to find Elliot and Patrick again. Short ball touches off from defense, advantage play to Wanderers, comes in by George puts the ball back inside, and he finds again is one of the substitute players from the bench wearing a number 6 jersey, but couldn't tell the name which player from the bench that came in. And Wanderers now work their way back from Semi short pass to find again Nathan comes in, his short pass to his winger, and Rumlin has put down in the deck, and defense now regains the ball, or Wanderers gets the I think the player that runs in for Wanderers, it's Renly's been hit off, and his head so Wanderers gets a penalty, and a defense player gets a yellow card. Who will that be? I think it's Patrick Lamboku. Yes, Lamboku is coming off. I think it's the prop. I believe it's the prop for defense. I think it's put to the sin bin for an infringement. No, it's Leroy Sikwalita. Leroy sent to the bin, the hooker for defense. So number 2 is Leroy. He's been found again for the infringement to the Wanderers player, and he's been sent to the bin. So a yellow card, first yellow card for the day today in round 15 in the A grade match. Wanderers line out throw win down to Wanderers to Semi, but then not in straight. So we have the line out 10 to be turned around or given to defense, having the opportunity for the line out throw. So it's 8 points to 6. Wanderers leading. Defense trailing on 6. Defense gets a line out throw in, and Wanderers get a seat now from that line out throw. So it's a knock going or not going straight. So we'll bring it back again. Next match coming up in the women's division will be I think Nova. Yeah, Nova up against Sisters in the women's division. It's coming up right after the A grade match of the Pepsi Cup Capital Rugby Union between Defence and Wanderers. Defence Bono kicks for touch from that penalty. The Defence will advance up right on 45 for a line out throw for Defence. So now we have Wanderers. Another substitute player is wearing a number 5 jersey, while Defence have the prop. I think Sinclair Yalkiti is coming on. Is from the bench. Is at number 3 jersey. So earlier on we had another prop that was there. The substitute of that number 3 coming on for Defence is Sinclair Yalkiti, and another Defence prop that substitute. Again, with the name numbers been changed. First 15 numbers of 1 and 2 and 3 was put to the bench, and you have the prop that's coming up. Patrick Lamboko has been substituted. And number 3 for Defence from the bench goes on. So now Wanderers in possession by Daly, and Daly picks up that ball in. He lost it forward again. The penalty again for holding onto the ball. So Heather is given a warning to one of Defence prop or lock forward, and he said I think he's going to get the number lock forward for defense, Freddy Pasa, for to come off. Still, I think he's still in field of play. So we go for line out here. 8 points to 6. Wanderers leading. Defense on 6 trailing. So a bit of substitution with the confusion of the first 15 players put into the bench, and then the Wanderers having the jersey that the player wore into the first 15 is coming off, giving out the jersey to a reserve player. So we wouldn't tell it's a number 16 or 17 or 18 coming on. So we have to correct this by the clubs or the teams. And the scrum down, lose their feet for young Joshua Taurega for defense, and right on 45 meters, 15 meters in from touch. So Pedro is calling the defense prop in the lock forward, Freddy Pasa, all right, to come to the prop, I think from the lock forward, because they won't have the lock because they have the hooker in the sin bin, so we won't have the lock forward. So Freddy Pasa will come up standing as prop because of the hooker has been sent to the bin. So that's how it is. Scrum again. Will pack as 3 and 4 for defense. Well, Wanderers will pack as it is 3, 4, 1. Taurega gets it out, finds Bueno. Bueno will kick out from his 40, bounces off inside the 45 into touch. Great kick from Bueno, good thinking. Works his way out to get his defense off the red zone into the Wanderers territory. 8 points to 6. Wanderers leading defense on 6. Second half of the A-grade round 15 match at Bauer Park, the home of Rugby Union. Thank you to Pepsi, Moniplus, Total Waste Management Group, Stop and Shop and CBL, AES, Keynote, TR7S, Keynet, Brian Bell Group, SP Brewery, Hebo, and Tianlov Consultants. Wanderers wins the line out from Kevin and comes out from Sammy. Sammy shot ball finds again Nathan. Nathan kicks down, picked up there by defense, fullback, and he kicks it out straight and passing gun. Great kick out from him into the 22 and regatters by Wanderers at Sammy and makes his way up, and he's almost through the gap. He's about 40 meters out from his 22 from Wanderers, leading by 8 points to 6. Comes out short ball, they kick out touchdown ball from defense, regatters by defense now. They work their way out and tackle coming in from the Wanderers to defense. Puts him down from the deck here, about 45 meters in. Defense now from Bueno. Bueno will kick downfield straight into the Wanderers fullback Daly. Daly picks it up. Daly goes into touch, but he knocked it forward. Unfortunately for him, he missed, calculated his footings and trying to catch that ball, but didn't know that his foot was on the touch line, and he finally knocks it on. So we go for a line out throw. We have passing gun down there, having a problem with his ankle, or I think the hamstring. He's up, they've stretched it, still limping there. Captain of defense, Lesu Pasingan. He's calling to the coach that he's okay, thumbs up. Walking back, still thumbs up. He'll stay on. So defense trailing by 6, Wanderers on 8. Another substitution player for Wanderers, which is wearing a jersey number 4, coming from the bench. So number 4 was in, comes off, and number 4 goes in. So I want to know what name is he using. They have only the first names here. Lemuel, Samuel, Nika, Micah, Michael, Aux, Cedrics, and Jason. No surnames for Wanderers. Defense now with the ball, scrum swirled around, and scrum again wheeled around, popping up from Wanderers, penalizing Wanderers. Defense gets a penalty, and Taurega, quick tap of the ball, finds this 5'8" again, Suang, and Bueno comes in again. Suang, short ball back inside, good clean out. Suang comes in, picking up the ball, and goes in by himself again, and he crested down. It's about 5 meters out. Short ball to passing and loses his foot in, and almost to the captain, held down. He pushes the ball back inside again, 5 meters away from the try line. Pick up there from Taurega, and knock on there earlier from defense prop. And yes, again, Leroy Siqualita was the one that knocked it forward for defense. He crested up well, but unfortunately he crested down and he knocked the ball forward as well. So we've got a scrum down, lose it for Wanderers, and leading by 8 points to defense on 6, trailing. Second half of round 15 A-grade match of the Pepsi Cup Capital Rugby Union. Semi to fit in for Wanderers. Semi will fit in. It's about 5 meters out from his try line, 50 meters in from touchline. Semi, short ball get out from Abraham, and defense gets a penalty just on the 5 meters in out of the defense try line. Defense gets a penalty. Defense opportunity, trailing by 6 points to Wanderers on 8 in the second half. So I think they call it defense for a penalty shot at goal to Taurega. Taurega didn't listen, so he taps the ball, and Freddie Casara will bounce his way back inside. Let's see if Freddie can score. It's held up. He could have gone for a penalty shot from the coach's call from the official tent for defense. Unfortunately, Joshua Taurega didn't thought of that, because they will have taken the lead by 1 point. Unfortunately, he quickly get the ball for Freddie Passer to tap, and Freddie held on from there for another dropout by Wanderers. So Wanderers will drop out from beside the upright, straight into Lesu Passingan. Passingan, the captain, gets the ball from the fullback. He works his way back up. He's about 17 meters, 22 in from touch. He puts down the ball, and Taurega the back play comes to Boino, short ball back inside. He finds again his prop Leroy Siqualita, and Leroy crested up Taurega. Boino comes up to Suang. Suang, short ball back out. He finds his outside center. Suang back again. Great wake out from Suang. He puts the pass back inside. Finds Rakatani. Rakatani comes up with the ball, and he pushes down right on 17 meters out. 22 in from the touch. Taurega comes back to Boino. Boino, short ball back inside from his hooker. Coming from the sin bin. That's Leroy Siqualita. And Leroy's back again there. And penalty to defense. About 18 meters out. 25 meters in, quick tap of the ball from Bueno, but then waste time. He works his way back. They're trailing by 6 points to 8. Here he comes. Defense now will go in. They will score, and passing gun. The captain will seal it off. It's 11 points to 8. So the captain himself sealing it off, and he's coming out for substitution. So he's had enough. So he made his well to score for the defense. So Lesu Passingan gets in the try. He deserved it for the captain himself to 11 points to 8, leading defense, Wanderers on 8. So good workout for defense after a back play from Suang to Rakatani with that crash up, and they worked their way out with a quick hands and tap of the ball from Bueno that didn't waste time, that they got numbers out and putting off Wanderers back-footed, and Wanderers were wondering and thinking where they were heading, but defense were having a quick set of hands of the ball, and finally found the captain and fullback Lesu Passingan again saying, here comes, give it to me, and he pressed it down on the far right edge for defense on 11 points leading, and Wanderers on 8 points. So it's still a ball game in the second half, waiting conversion kick from defense. And Samson Massa to get the conversion is Jesse number 19. The name here is Samson Massa. I think the younger brother of Freddie Massa, most a similar surname but different spelling, especially Massa and Passa. As Massa moves in, and conversion successful for defense. 13 points to 8. 13 points to 8 to defense, leading Wanderers on 8 points, trailing with a penalty, with a conversion successful for defense to 13 points and Wanderers zone 8. So 13 points to 8. Defense leading. Quick restart by Wanderers from the halfway, right down into 22, bounce in field of play, into touch. So it's on full. I thought it bounces off in field of play, and then it goes out into touch. So we get a line out from where it bounces off. That's correct. Not on full. Still in field of play. It bounces off before it reaches the touch line. So that's the call, correct call from the touch judge and the match referee. So it didn't go out on the white line, but it was still in field of play, inches in, before it touches the white or the touch line, and it goes out. So line out throw, great kick from Wanderers for restart, and they bounces there. So they get the line out throw for defense, and defense disadvantage of them. They have to defend from their, or attack from their try line, or 22. It's about 10 meters out. Wanderers will get us the line out throw down. Semi knocks it on for Wanderers. Unfortunately, Semi, it's a Semi day losing that ball. I didn't thought that Semi will lose that ball for Wanderers. It was a great pickup of the ball from the line out from Leslie, and Leslie taps it down so cleanly to Semi. Semi should be ready to receive that ball with hands out. Fortunately, the ball landed on the ground when Semi was expecting to pick up that ball, and he knocks it on. So defense gets a loose at feet of the scrum. It's about 10 meters out, 8 meters in from touch. Defense loose at feet. We have defense number 23. That's Andrew Thug taking the scrum feed. So Andrew Thug has been substituted in. So he comes in as a freshman. I think the captain Lesu passing gun comes off. Yes, it is. So we have a freshman on the scrum half. Is young Andrew Thug. So Andrew is quick tap of Andrew now. Andrew short ball to Boyno. Boyno will kick for return kick down towards the 45 to 40. We get us by Daly. Daly comes up, pressed it out outside of 45, and he's put down. He's held onto the ball, pushes back. Penalty to defense for holding that ball down. Didn't make it playable. It took a while for him, but he was already off his feet. He's just down there. There's no one there in the ruck area for a ruck formed. He should be easily pushing that ball out, but he held onto the ball, so that's where he's been penalized by Daly. So defense now get the tap by Cyril Boyno. Boyno taps it up, short ball back inside. Must have found his prop here, and Thug will get the. But in defense lost it for holding that ball again. Quick penalty to Wanderers. They get the advantage. So Wanderers still get a penalty. Defense for offside, but getting back into 10. The Wanderers will kick for touch by Semi. It's 13 points to 8. Defense leading Wanderers 8. Don't forget, next match coming up in the women's division is between Sisters and Nova. The women's division, it's the round 15 last round matches for the women as well. Likewise in the men's division, in the A grade and the B grade under 23 and the under 19s for today and tomorrow. Round 15, the last round for the season. Wanderers wins the line out. Great pickup from Abraham. He works his way back inside. He pushes away from the back of the ruck, and pick and go comes in for Wanderers, and they're driven back in the ruck area. Comes back inside about 10 meters out, 5 in from touch. Wanderers get her in the ball. Sammy picks it up, finds again. Abraham comes back inside, short ball to one of his prop forward, and that will be Alan Kapanis. And Alan cresting it up, and a yellow card. Who will that be? Sent off for yellow card or sin bin? I think Freddie Pasa has been sent to the bin for that late tackle to Wanderers. So Freddie Pasa has been given that late orders yellow card into the bin. Second yellow card for today, with Freddie Pasa sent into the bin. The defense with the 14 players, Wanderers with a full 15. They have no lock forward, so it's Wanderers lose that feed. Scrum reset. 13 points to 8. Wanderers trailing by 8. Defense on 13. Fortunately, as we see now the scrum to be packed down by Wanderers. And Wanderers pick up from the lock of the scrum. An ankle tap held down by Thag, by defense. Semi at the back play, comes out, short ball to find his 5-8 again, Nathan. Nathan dropped that ball out now, defense regathers it now, finds Suang, and Suang picks it up. It comes out from Thag, Boino. Boino kicks out straight now into 45 meters, into touch. Great kick by Boino. Boino has been instrumental, Boino, for the quick kick, taking his time, didn't rush, gets the kick out, and he was in charge, controlling the match well, Cyril Boino, and with also Suang coming in to assist there from the center, Robin Suang, the inside center. So it's doing well, both Suang and Boino combining well, playing as the role as the leaders in the match here. And Wanderers line out catch by Leslie. Leslie has been winning most of the line out for Wanderers. He's one of the good line out jumpers. And even the defense had a line out throw, Leslie will regatters that ball. Comes down, short ball from Nathan. He kicks it out straight into the half 45. Regatters the ball by defense now and works his way back inside. Defense in possession from the, I think, the fullback. Quick play out. Thug picks up the ball back of the ruck. The scrum for defense. Little General. He's been driven down. The advantage play. Penalty. Someone will get the bin or sent to the bin. But a quick tap play on. Advantage to defense. Gets it up from Thug. Short ball back inside. They work their way back inside. Penalty to defense. Welcome back, Peter Bushell.
Hey, PDJ, it's great to be back here. Great weather for rugby.
Yeah, great weather. A bit of the field's been wet a little bit, but a little bit of dust there.
Yeah, I think the big thing is the sun's not out in full force this afternoon. We've had some overcast conditions.
Yeah, I think we have
we don't
spoken
have,
to the weather for the overcast conditions. Yeah, thank you, Peter.
Yeah, so this game is what, A grade?
A grade, 13-8 in favor of defense. So, young Andrew Thug kicks for touch. The one in red gear, defense, fresh scrum half from the bench, is taking control of that. Apart from Suang and Boino, who have control of the first half and second half. So it's the second half, 13 points to 8. Wanderers leading, or rather defense leading, Wanderers on 8. It's 13 points to 8. So Wanderers 8, defense 13, leading. 2 minutes to full time. Thank you again, the match official, for giving us the time call. And line out throw looks good. Wanderers regatters it from Abraham or George, and George regatters the ball from the 5 meters out from the try line. Wanderers now, what will they do? They got options, either kick out to get out of the red zone, trailing by 8, but touchdown from defense. Again, penalty to Wanderers. I think defense flank or second row. He's calling the captain over. So Boino is coming out. No, not Boino is standing. It's I think young Masa. Masa is now standing captain for defense. So he's warning Masa to tell his defense player again not to do this, to play, just to play. So Semi will kick out for Wanderers from the 22 after a quick tap. He runs it down across the halfway, 45 meters. Defense regatters the ball in possession, about 45 meters now. Pick up the ball by Rakatani. Rakatani kicks up straight into Wanderers look forward, and that's Aini. Aini crested up straight. He's on 45 across 45, 10 in from touch or 5 in from touch. Pick up the ball from the back, comes in at Renly, picking up the ball, and Wanderers again in possession. Semi, short ball to one of the 17, that's Samuel, and Samuel comes in straight. Semi again, short ball back out, comes out Another good run from one of the Wanderers player. Again, wouldn't have his name on the list, but wearing jersey number 4, comes out from semi, and he finds again his 5-8 again Nathan. Intercept comes in from one defense. Regatas the ball, pops it out straight, and picking up the ball for defense again is Leroy, and it's full time knock on by both sides. Full time here, 13 points to 8. Defense coming out winners. Peter Busal.
Yeah, not to rain on the parade, but I have to ask the question, Paul, that there was a flip tackle there on the man in the red headgear for defense, and no action was taken apart from a penalty, so we didn't see a carding or anything like that. Was it a penalty even, or was play allowed to continue? I think it was brought back for a penalty.
Yeah, it brought back for penalty, but they're supposed to give a card to one of the players.
Yeah, that is dangerous play.
That's
The
dangerous
player
play.
was flipped over 180 and he
flipped
landed
over
on his back. But
Landed
I
on
think
his back, yeah.
Close to the neck area, which is extremely dangerous, and that kind of play has to be phased out of the game.
That's right. So it's 13 points to 8. Defense win here in the A-grade match, defeating Wanderers. And it was a seesaw game. Defense leading by 2 points, and then 1 point lead by Wanderers, and then defense comes back. Defense were advanced because they got the earlier 2 penalty kicks, and then Wanderers scored, so it was 6-5. And defense, those 2 penalty kicks, conversion kick that helped them with a try, the defense scored, and they got the conversion kick well enough to put them on 13 points to 8, defeating Wanderers. So commiseration to Wanderers. Almost there to win the match, but didn't go the way they wanted. They played so well, Wanderers, with the kicking game and the attack and the defense. They did well for Wanderers. For defense, again, it was controlled by the 5'8", again, Cyril Bueno, as well as his inside center, Yang Shuang, Robin Shuang, who was in charge and taking control, and with the rest of the young players that followed on. That's half time here, full time on this match. Wanderers and defense winning it 13 points to 8. We take a short break. We come back for the women's division.